Hi, and welcome in, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jennifer, and today we're going to move through a yin practice supported by a wall. So you'll want to move your mat the way you see mine here, so that one edge, a short edge, is up against your wall, a wall. You may have to clear some space to do that. And for this practice, it would be helpful to have either a couple of blocks or a couple of cushions if you don't have blocks, or maybe all of those items if you want to have some extra goodies around. This is a really lovely practice if you feel like you're ready to collapse, but you still want to move through a practice for your body, your mind, and to find that connection. Using the support of the wall just offers a little bit more of a restorative element. And if you've been on your feet all day, the bonus of this practice is that your legs will be up in the air for much of the practice, which is really restorative for tired legs. So let's get started. We'll come right away to lie down on your back and bring your legs up the wall. You want to scoot yourself in quite close so that your bum is as close as you can get it towards your wall. Legs moving up the wall here. For the moment, let's start with hands over the abdomen. So around the belly, or maybe one hand on your heart and one hand over your belly, wherever your hands and arms feel most supported here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Again, inhale deeply. Exhale. One more time, deepest breath yet. Exhale. Take a moment to wet your lips. Maybe stretch your mouth out as if to yawn. It might turn into a real yawn. Run your tongue along your top and bottom teeth. Swallow a couple of times. And then softly close your mouth to take the breath in and out through your nose. Close your eyes if that's comfortable. And if not, simply allow your gaze to soften and find stillness for your eyes. Might feel nice here to just really gently roll your head side to side a few times. Encourage the sides of your neck and your throat to soften. And eventually allow your head to roll back through center. Find a very subtle tuck of your chin here so that the back of your neck is elongated. Feel the bones of your legs and your pelvis growing heavy here. Back, body is heavy and rooted. Backs of your shoulders are heavy. And the back of your skull is heavy. Exhale by exhale, softening even more. Yield the weight of your body down, down, down. As if you were sinking a few inches down into the earth. Rooted, grounded, supported. And draw your attention to your breath. And without doing anything special to your breath, simply notice where you feel the breath most distinctly in your body. Whether that's the movement of breath in your belly or around your heart, or breath moving through your nostrils. You may notice a coolness as you inhale and a warmth as you exhale. If you're concentrating on the breath movement in your belly, with your hands on your belly, you might notice the rise and fall of your hands as you breathe. Thoughts are fairly inevitable. If you notice that you've become wrapped up in a story, thinking about the past, or planning for the future, or waiting for the next pose to arrive, simply notice that and gently draw your attention back to your breath, back to the feeling of your body supported by the wall and the earth and life itself. And know that you can begin again in any moment, in every moment. Simply draw your attention back to your breath, back to sensation right here, right now. Enjoy about 10 more breaths, just as you are. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, take a moment to reflect, inquire. Is there something that you'd like to cultivate more of for yourself, or for your community, or for the whole world? And drop that intention into this open, sacred space. Trust that it's been acknowledged. And let it go. And take a deep breath in and release. Start to bring a little movement to your body here. You can circle out wrists and ankles, both directions. And give your arms and your legs a shake out. And try a couple of horse breaths here. You'll inhale through your nose and flutter your lips as you exhale. Again, inhale. And slow that shaking down. Bring your feet back to the wall, and we'll find a squat type position here now. So you'll bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet to the wall. Feel free to adjust the distance you are from the wall. So the closer your bum is towards the wall and the further your heels sink, the more intense this stretch will be. So if you want to lessen the intensity, just scoot yourself a little bit away from the wall and play with the placement of your feet here. So they might be quite wide, they might be closer in towards each other, heels might dip quite close towards the backs of your thighs, or they might stay further up on the wall space. And what you're feeling for here is some moderate sensation, likely through the inner leg lines, possibly in through the hips. Arms could come out wide into a T-shaped position here. Again, you might just let your head roll side to side a few times, always encouraging our neck and shoulders to soften. And same with the jaw, the mouth, the teeth, the tongue, the gums, the throat. I'm feeling for that yielding of the weight of your body. Yield the weight of your bones, your muscles, your skin. Become soft and wide like the earth herself. Check in, just notice where your attention is. You've drifted, if the mind has become contracted in thought, if your body has become contracted, with tension. Just take a moment to soften, releasing thoughts, softening tension in the body. And come back to your breath. Come back to the feeling of your body here, supported by the wall, by the earth, by the space that we're creating together. A space for rest, for letting go, for simply being. And know that however you're showing up in this practice, whatever is here for you, whatever's arising, it's all welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome here. We'll take 3 more breaths here. Maybe let the exhale come out an open mouth with a sigh. 2 more. Last one. Really enjoy. And bring your hands to the sides of your legs and just start to slowly heel toe your feet towards each other and help your knees back towards each other. Nice and slow here, gentle. And then extend arms and legs skyward, and again give them a little shake out. A little bit of yang energy in between the yin energy to get energy moving and flowing. Maybe a horse lips. And then we'll move into a hip stretch here, our number 4 shape, but supported by the wall. So you may need to scoot yourself a little bit further away. And bring your left foot to the wall. And cross your right ankle just above your left knee. Now again, the closer your bum is towards the wall, the more intense this stretch will be. So if you want to lessen the intensity, just move yourself away from the wall. So scoot yourself away from the wall. Make more space between your buttocks and the wall. Also, the further you walk the walled foot down the wall, the more intense this will be for that right hip. So just starting with some moderate sensation here. About a 5 out of 10 in terms of what you could possibly feel. Hands can rest wherever they feel supported and at ease, whether that's on your body or out beside your body, or even overhead if you're wanting a little bit more stretch and opening for your chest and shoulders today. Sides of the neck and throat are soft. Jaws relaxed. Eyes sink back. Been here for a couple of minutes. If it feels like that right hip has opened and there's a little bit more space to explore, you could walk the walled foot down the wall further. You could scoot yourself closer in towards the wall. Try one more nice big breath here. Releasing slowly. Walk the walled foot up so you can uncross the ankle. Maybe some circling of the ankles, wiggling, shaking through the legs. Maybe some movement through the hips here. You can draw your knees in for a hug and take a little rock side to side. We'll move into a twist from here. Bring your arms out in a T-shaped position. You can shift your hips slightly to the right and let your knees come down to the left. Welcome to adjust this, so you can always move yourself further away from the wall to give more space for your legs if you need a wider or longer position with your legs. If there's room between your legs or under the bottom leg, you could prop that space. We're using a block or a cushion. Ensure that both shoulders are resting down on your mat. And if you're finding that the outer shoulder, the right shoulder, is lifting, try shifting your entire shoulder girdle and chest over towards the direction of your legs and see if that right shoulder will settle. You might complete the twist by gazing away from your legs if that feels appropriate for your neck today. Try 3 more big breaths here. Coming back to your breath if you've drifted. Roll your head back through center if head is turned. Move any props off to the side. Help your knees back through center. You may like to shift away from the wall slightly here. Draw your knees in for a hug. You take a little rock side to side. You could circle your knees a few times. Maybe give your legs a little shake out, arms a little shake out, flutter through the lips. We'll take that thread the needle position, or number 4 shape on the second side. Right foot on the wall, left ankle crosses above right knee. Again, remembering you can adjust yourself to be closer towards the wall or further away. And you might start with the walled foot, sort of quite a distance up the wall rather than having the leg at a 90-degree angle. Let the foot and ankle be above the knee to begin. Feeling for some moderate sensation here. Resting your arms and your hands wherever they feel supported and at ease. Checking in with sides of neck and throat, softening. Checking in with your jaw. Release your jaw. Heavy eyelids. Sinking eyeballs. Maybe a little bit more space opens through that left hip and you could shift yourself closer to the wall and or slide the right foot down the wall more. After you make any shifts, movements, if you do, settle back into your breath. Just finding that place where you feel connection with sensation of your breath most distinctly. And follow the pathway of your inhale. And follow the pathway of your exhale. Try 3 more breaths here. Last 2. Last 1, biggest breath. Walk your walled foot back up the wall. Release the crossed ankle. Give your legs a stretch out. Moans and groans are welcome. Finding any movement here that feels nourishing. Find our twist, second side. So adjusting closer or further away from the wall for yourself here. Shift your hips slightly to the left. Let knees come down towards the right. Settle your shoulders, perhaps by shifting chest and shoulders in the direction of your legs, and maybe propping up between or underneath the legs. Arms can come out in a T-shaped position at shoulder height or cactus arms. Wherever your head feels most supported, most comfortable here is perfect. And take 3 more breaths here. Slowly draw your head back through center. Move any props off to the side. And draw your knees back through center. You can draw your knees in for a hug. Maybe circle the knees. Extend the legs. Again, any movement that helps you to reset or release anything that got caught up for you. We'll come back towards the wall. So shifting back towards the wall to re-extend the legs up the wall. You may like to have your blocks or pillows nearby for this one. And we'll let the legs now come wide on the wall. So taking a V-shaped position with the legs. That might be here for you or wider. If you're quite mobile through your hips and your legs here, you may wish to bring some support underneath the outsides of the thighs. Something to rest against, so that you find some support if you are coming into quite a wide position. Oh, if this feels like too much, you could always bend your knees and bring your feet to the wall. So similar to the position we did earlier in practice. Anywhere that your arms and hands feel supported is great. Remembering just coming to some moderate sensation here. So about a 5 out of 10. I keep having to adjust my blocks to find that in my body. I'm feeling free to make those adjustments for yourself. Settling into your breath. Feeling the support of the earth and yielding to that support. I'm keeping a flex through my feet, simply because this helps to alleviate some pulling that I'm feeling on my inner knee lines. So if you're feeling that pulling like I am, you could try flexing your feet, or you may need to bend your knees. You want to feel any pulling or strain. directly behind your knees or along your inner or outer knee lines, avoid that by flexing your feet or coming out of the depth of the pose, or by bending your knees and placing your feet on the wall. Notice where your attention is. If you've drifted, if you've become contracted in thought, let's gently draw your attention back to your breath. Breath through the belly, or through the heart space, or through the nostrils. Take 3 more breaths here. Last 2. Last 1. Very slowly ease your way out. You can bring your hands to your legs, help to bend your knees, and slide your feet to the mat. And then start to walk your feet slowly back towards each other, heel, toe, the feet back in. Slowly, 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 slowly. And then extend the legs up the wall just as we began. And pause here for a few breaths. You're welcome to stay here with legs up the wall for your final rest for Shavasana. Or if you prefer, you can come to lie flat down on your mat, whether on your back or your side or your belly. And take a moment to transition. feeling free to take up space with your body. Mm. And taking a couple of final cleansing breaths if you wish. If you have time and space to rest longer and You've really sunk in here. You can always rest longer. You could pause the video or just keep it rolling, but keep resting. If you are ready to transition to seated, start really slowly. Take some deeper breaths. Give your head a gentle nod or roll across your mat. Wiggle fingers and toes. Eventually, maybe take a nice big stretch out. Yawn. Well, we've been lying down for quite a long time, so step one foot and then the other to the mat. Roll to one side. Pause on your side body. And use your bottom arm as a pillow. Draw your knees in tight. Let's take a few breaths here on your side. Press that top arm hand down into the mat in front of your chest. Roll up slowly. Allow your head to come up very last. Pressing down into the earth, round yourself up. Head comes up last, avoiding any yoga fairies that we might start to see. And you could here choose to sit right up against the wall. So using the wall as some support here, or you could sit up on one of your blocks or a cushion. Sit however you feel supported. Sitting against the wall is really lovely. Feeling that support of the earth beneath your legs, your sitting bones. And feeling the wall support your back body, the back of your skull. Just taking a moment to notice how you feel. Notice what's here now. And whatever is present for you, whatever you're experiencing, offer some tender, compassionate space to whatever is here, to however you're showing up. If you have time to continue your sit, it can be a very lovely, peaceful space after a wall practice. If you have time, you may wish to sit longer. And if not, bring hands to heart center. Offer a gentle bow. This gesture of gratitude, offering gratitude to this practice, to the opportunity to practice, to all of our teachers, including the teacher within. And as always, we offer the merits of this practice out to the benefit of all beings everywhere. Take a deep breath in and out. Start to blink your eyes open. Slowly taking in color, shape, light. And looking around at your space. Reorient yourself. Thank you so much for joining me for practice. I'm wishing you a very peaceful and easeful rest of your day. See you next time.